goblins can be quite the threat when they team up, but if you use the environment cleverly, you can lure them into one-on-one battles, making them much easier to handle. It's amazing how much stronger I feel now as a ghoul, thanks to existential evolution. My agility has improved significantly compared to my days as a skeleton. Surprisingly, my spirit, mana, and divinity have all seen a boost as well. With these enhancements, not only can I improve my physical abilities, but I can also enhance my sword skills. Maybe, just maybe, I'm even stronger now than I was as a human. It's been ages since I last encountered a human. Oh wait, hold on. It wouldn't be wise to reveal myself like this. If she caught sight of a ghoul like me, she'd either attack or flee in fear. It's best to observe from afar. How I miss the days of being human. She's a new face around here. Could she be a beginner? I may not be the strongest, but I'm familiar with most adventurers in Malt. The reason being, there are some shady characters among them who would ridicule me or make baseless accusations. By understanding their strengths and connections, I can be prepared for any trouble they might stir up. After the troublemakers dwindled in number, the quality of adventurers in Malt improved significantly. This led the guild to see my value, allowing me to continue without being forced into retirement. Hold on, that's not the way to go. She seems to have received proper sword training, but her lack of physical strength is hindering her progress. She's clearly trying to take down the opponent slowly while dodging its attacks, but she's neglecting her surroundings. I am determined to become a skilled adventurer. I refuse to be defeated by a mere skeleton. I have no other option. A ghoul? Seriously? The enemy has exposed its back to you. You could have easily taken it down. Well, I suppose she's too shocked to react at the moment. He dispatches the skeleton in seconds, leaving Rena wide-eyed and, let's be honest, a little freaked out. Seeing a grinning skeleton as your savior isn't exactly what most adventurers expect. Rena, understandably, lets out a scream about the undead and stuff. But Ren assures her he's a chill ghoul, more undead adventurer, really. He explains his recent transformation and assures her he's here to help, not scare. Rena, relieved and grateful for the rescue, offers to buy Ren some clothes to cover his, well, skeletal bits. Imagine this scene: Rent, the once dusty skeleton, now a slightly more muscular, but still undead, dude, standing awkwardly while a kind adventurer offers to buy him clothes. It's a surprisingly sweet moment that shows even the undead can find kindness in this crazy world. Maybe there's hope for Rent to fit in after all. Cursed by cheapness, the mask of misery. Things take a hilarious turn for the worse when Rena, on a shopping spree fueled by gratitude, decides to buy Ren a mask from a shady stall. Seriously, the ridiculously low price should have been a red flag. Remember, folks, never trust deals that seem too good to be true, especially in a fantasy world. Rena, with the best intentions, picks out a cool-looking mask for Rent. But here's the kicker: the mask is cursed. As Rent puts it on, it gets stuck on his face like superglue. No amount of ghoul magic, no matter how much he concentrates and his eyes glow, can break the curse. It's stuck. Fast. Now Rent's walking around with this mask covering most of his face. It kind of defeats the purpose of buying clothes in the first place, but hey, at least he looks a little less scary. Talk about a major bummer. Rena feels awful about the whole situation, but Rent, ever the optimist, or maybe skeletons don't have emotions, takes it all in stride. Despite the cursed mask situation, Rent suggests they head to the city of Malt. Malt is known for having cooler quests and, hopefully, better tailors who can remove this darn mask. But there's one tiny problem: Malt isn't exactly ghoul-friendly. The city has some pretty strict laws against the undead, so sneaking in is the only option. Rena, ever the resourceful adventurer, hatches a plan. She concocts a story about Rent's injuries caused by a monster and the cursed mask hindering his healing. Picture this: Rent, with the mask stuck on his face, has to put on his best moaning and groaning act to sell the story. It's hilarious, but also kind of genius. With Rena's storytelling skills and Rent's somewhat convincing groans, they manage to fool the guards at the city gate. Our heroes celebrate their successful infiltration of Malt with a high five. Well, at least Rena tries for a high five. Rent, with his masked face, can't exactly reciprocate. But hey, they're in the city, ready for new adventures. Or so they think. Just as they're about to explore Malt, Rent pulls a Houdini and vanishes. Don't worry, he hasn't abandoned Rena or decided to become a wandering ghoul. Instead, he's observing her from afar. Remember, Rent might be a powerful ghoul now, but his undead nature can still draw suspicion. Seeing Rena's potential, a mentor in the making? As Rent watches Rena, he's impressed. He sees her bravery in facing the skeleton, her quick thinking when creating the cover story, and her overall skills in battle. He realizes she has the potential to become a formidable adventurer, a true legend in the making. If Rent stays with Rena, his presence could endanger her. People might suspect her of being an undead sympathizer, or worse, a ghoul tamer, which sounds pretty cool, but probably not in this world. Rent needs someone who can operate in the shadows, someone who can keep his ghoulness under wraps while they navigate the challenges of this new world together. I'll personally apologize once I achieve a more human-like appearance. Now, I don't like taking advantage of a kind person like Rena, but I do need a human who will cooperate with me. Someone skilled in shady tasks and adept at concealing individuals would be ideal. Lorraine, hey, wake up, let me sleep a little longer, I'm going to throw a book over your head, I want you to give up on that. Oh, Rent, you're wearing a mask. What's going on?